Hello class, this is an overview of Modular 7 assignment. I will give you a short synopsis of how this assignment should be done and hopefully you will have any questions will be answered. I'm going to apologize ahead of time. I have a pretty bad cold, so I am apologizing for any cold symptoms may take place during this video. So this week you were asked to build on assignment 6. So whatever your topic was, that is the same topic you will use for assignment 7. The good part about that is you have some of the groundwork already done. So let's review how you should go about doing this assignment. I know it says care plan. You're used to doing care plans in a format with columns. This basically is a paper. And just some hints about writing a paper is I'm going to skip down to the bottom of the rubric first to give you some hints about how to set up your paper. And I think and when you do that, it will really help you. So remember, your paper needs to be, I'll have to wait till I get to that slide to make sure, 3 to 5 pages, but let me start here. Your paper needs to have at least 2 scholarly references within the last 5 years. It's a good idea to use another 2 references besides your textbook. Then the paper must need to be in APA format. The body of the paper that does not include the title or the reference page should be 3 to 5 pages in length. That's double spaced using APA format. Remember, when you use APA format, you should be using Roman Times font number 12 consistently throughout your paper. So take that into consideration. If you have questions about how to do your paper, please refer back to your Pages tab and go to the APA information to see how that should be done. I will look for rules of grammar, spelling, those types of things. So always use spell check when you do your paper. Now, my other suggestion when you write a paper is to take your rubric and divide all your topics into headings. So you know that each heading, you are covering each heading. It's always a good idea to have an introduction to any paper you write. You know, why am I writing this paper? The purpose of this paper. It should be a short paragraph just with an overview of what you're doing. Then this introduction, in addition, includes identifying your complex health disruption. So in this case, go back to your slides, look at what your pathophysiology, clinical manifestations are, include that in your description. You might have to add a bit more about the disease process. Remember that in this paper, we're focusing on the acute stage. So whatever you're doing, think about this when the patient is first admitted to the hospital. What's going to take place then? That will narrow down your material and how you're going to focus on it, because in every disease, different stages make a difference. So your next heading could be stakeholders. And that way, then you know you're covering this criteria. So when you look at stakeholders, who are the people in the interprofessional team that you're going to involve in this patient's care? And then you're going to describe each person's role. You could use a subheading if you want, listing all those people, or you could summarize this in a paragraph form. The next topic is, what are your 3 areas of concerns? And this can tie in a little bit to the next one with your nursing interventions, but basically you are identifying your top 3 nursing diagnoses that you would have for this um, patient during this acute stage. And then I shouldn't have said a little bit, it does tie into the nursing interventions that go along with your 3 areas of concern, or you could put them as nursing diagnosis. So you want to list these, and then you can go ahead and list your nursing interventions, um, including evidence-based, which would be your rationale. and your reasons for doing them, and then your expected outcomes. Now, this is the part that looks like your nursing care plan. And if you're comfortable with this, you can include this all in one section. Again, though, you do have to write it in a paper format. Then the following section, so this is a section concerns nursing diagnosis, intervention, expected outcome. Um, what did you use for these interventions to get your expected outcome? Tools, resources could be members of the healthcare team. How was this processed? And then your final paragraph or information should be your conclusion. So, how would you evaluate this? This is nothing more than a care plan in a written format. Um, what would you expect based on the implementation of your care? And then we already talked about um, the rules of grammar and those types of things. So I always suggest that when you're writing a paper to print out your rubric. You can print out this rubric. You can print out the one below. However, this one has the criteria for each area. So you may want to print this out, and then you're covering each area and you haven't missed one of the criteria that's necessary for all the points of this paper. If you do have any other questions, please let me know. I'll be happy to help you with that. Uh, and I do wish you good luck.